look like money, you play like money. Watch this.
Cunningham trying for the shot and the interception. And it's Hamlin who's come up with the pick.
Volume up, it's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a long one.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Pitt Beyond the Script. Alongside head coach Pat Narduzzi, I'm Casey Guerra of Pitt Studios. Coach 3-0 on the season. You beat Louisville on Saturday, 23-20 behind a relentless defensive performance. 7 sacks on the day. How do you evaluate Saturday?
It was a win, you know. Really just worried about that one win. It's nice to be 3-0, but we just try to go 1-0 each week. Our defense played outstanding.
11, Cunningham again on the drop. Rashad Weaver's going to drop him.
Our offense did some great things, and special teams were really lights out for the day, except for a fake punt, which I blame on myself.
That's all right, though. Leading the nation in sacks, second in interceptions, and second in total defense. Just talk about, not only the front seven, but to the secondary, how well they're playing right now.
They're playing well, and the defense's kind of motto for the year has been unfinished business. And they're playing with an attitude right now. I think they're confident. They know what they're doing. We talk about knowledge all the time. They know what they're doing. Sometimes they know too much.
Here's 3rd and long for Cunningham and the Cardinals, and under duress, Patrick Jones will sack him.
Sometimes they change things that we didn't know they were going to change because they have so many terms. They think this is a good term to use this week, and maybe it's not a good term. So, but they're very knowledgeable, and they're playing at a high level right now.
I'm going to move on to the secondary a little bit. Cornerbacks, Marquez Williams. You have Jason Pinnock. We knew what we were going to see from Jason Pinnock mostly. I mean, he's an older guy, but how important is it? They both get interceptions, and I need to mention Marquez Williams' first interception as a Pitt Panther.
And now 2nd and long, and now Cunningham trying to go up over the top, and it's intercepted, and it's picked off, and coming back is Marquez Williams with the interception.
I mean, how important is his emergence as a redshirt sophomore?
It's really important. With Damari Mathis being out, we were looking for that guy to take that thing over, and he's really taken it by the horns. He's proven, in his tackling and his coverage skills, and then in his ball skills, that he's meant to be out there and play. And that's, we thought that when we recruited him. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's been behind some good football players with Dane Jackson and Damari, and his opportunities right now, and he's taking full advantage of it.
Well, they're certainly causing havoc, like you said. Moving over to the offensive side, Kenny Pickett, Jordan Addison, great game, but we have to talk about Taysir Mack. Big heads-up play on that touchdown.
See what Pickett has planned. Cards bring a couple extra guys. There's the throw, Mack the catch, a first down. Taysir Mack to the 25. He spun off, stayed on his feet. He's going to go to the end zone, and it's going to be called a touchdown.
How great is it to have him back in this lineup?
It's great, because coming into the season, that was the one guy, him and Jared Wayne, said we can get the ball to. And I know if we're going to throw the ball deep, that I'm throwing it to number 11, Taysir Mack. So it was great to have him come back. He was all smiles before the game. I took a picture of him smiling in a Friday walkthrough. And he's not a smiley guy. He's a real serious guy all the time. But he was happy on Friday, and I was happy on Saturday.
You talk about coachable moments. Alex Kessman going 3 for 3, over 40 yards each time. Talk about his performance on Saturday. Certainly was able to turn the page.
Ball is down. The kick is on its way. That kick is up and good. Kessman, after an 0 for 3 start of the season, hits from 45, and the Panthers are on the board.
Yeah, in a couple different ways. I mean, everybody talks about the 3 field goals. How about the 0, kickoff return yardage he had? He put all 6 of his kickoffs in the end zone, unreturnable, and if you do that every week, and he's been kind of inconsistent in the first 2 games of doing that, to the point where I said, give me a kickoff chart, and I want to know where it's been by quarter. I mean, the first quarter, it seems like he's knocking them out, and then the fourth quarter, they're not so deep. So we made an emphasis on that, and he knocked them all out of there, which now we know he can do it first, second, third, and fourth quarter. So expect those touchbacks every time. And again, the field goals, I'm just happy for him. It's not an easy thing. That's a tough position. Probably the tougher, position of anybody out there. Including a quarterback, because you're going out there for one play. You're not in a rhythm. You come off the sideline. You've kicked a net a couple times, and there's a lot of pressure to kick a field goal. It's not easy. And anybody that's ever golfed, sitting at that tee box, having a bunch of people watch you at the tee box, later on hole number 7, I can drive a lot better than I can drive on hole number 1.
Okay. You guys get into about the 35-yard line in some struggles in the red zone and some struggles outside of that. How do you guys improve consistency on the offense and get those touchdowns? Field goals won the game. I mean, you won by 3 points, but how do you improve the consistency?
Yeah, I mean, we can knock people out in the red zone if we, do a better job both offensively and defensively. We both had 2 sudden changes across the 50 to get it done, and the offense came away with 6 points, which we'd like 14, and defensively we gave up really 10 points down there with a touchdown and a field goal. We just got to continue to focus on it. We're going to get a little extra work in the red zone this week and just try to make sure our guys are more prepared for that area of the field.
That's what I was going to ask. You're going to focus on practice this week, or you trust your guys can execute moving forward?
We're going to practice it just like we always do, but with a little bit more emphasis on what we do in the red zone.
All right, well, thank you, Coach. We have more to come. We're going to preview NC State when we resume on Pitt Beyond the Script.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Line on the offense, glory of the game.